Coming to you from the Lydia Media Studios in the heart of Lewiston, Auburn, it's Lydia's Lunch Bunch, LA's afternoon morning show with Mark and Sara. We're covering news and events in the greater LA area and talking to the people making a difference in our community. Feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com.
And today's show is brought to you by Ruper's Beverage and Redemption. When it comes to beer, wine, and spirits, don't botch it, squatch it. At 4 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. Learn more at rupersbeverage.com, and remember, the party starts at Ruper's. Also brought to you today by DuBois Electric, building lasting relationships since 1967. From homes to businesses, their licensed, fully trained technicians handle it all. Repairs, upgrades, standby generators, EV chargers, heat pumps, and more. No job is too big, and no job is too small. Learn more at DuBoisElectric.com.
It is opening day for the Boston Red Sox. I'm very excited about that. Sara is off the caffeine. She is off the sugar. And we're going to find out.
Off the alcohol.
Off the alcohol. Oh, my goodness.
And off the fried food.
Is this your spring cleansing?
Yep.
Okay.
Equinox Detox, baby.
Equinox Detox. I like it.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that and a whole lot more coming up in just a bit. But before we do, let's take a look at some headlines for Thursday, March 26th.
The United States Army is changing its enlistment age cap from 35 to 42 years old. Each military branch has age limits for enlistment and active duty, which all begin at 17 years old with parental permission or 18 without, but they cap out at different ages. Exceptions to the upper age limits are made on a case-by-case basis.
The Maine Resiliency Center moved from its home on Main Street in Lewiston to 581 Sabata Street. The center opened a couple of weeks after the October 25th mass shooting to provide support and resources for anyone feeling the impacts of the tragedy. The center will hold an open house on April 2nd from 4 to 7 p.m.
100-plus women who care. Androscoggin voted to support the Community Cares Backpack Program with a $8,050 donation. The program provides pre-K to 4th grade students who are suffering from chronic hunger with nutritious food when school meals are not available. The program is designed to ensure all students maintain a balanced diet and return to school on Monday morning ready to focus on learning.
And the indoor season of the Winter Farmers Market will wrap up today. Fresh local goodness will be available from 4 to 7 p.m. at Edward Little High School, 77 Harris Street in Auburn. The market features produce, baked goods, local products, and the makers who keep our community thriving. For more information, visit lewistonfarmersmarket.com. Now it's time for the weather.
The weather! Rain or shine, it's all okay. Grab your uke and start the day. You don't need perfect skies above. Hey, just a song and a little love. Mostly cloudy with some evening showers tonight. We'll have a high of 59 and a low of 35. Sunny tomorrow with a high of 47 and a low of 24. And a mixture of sun and clouds on Saturday with a high of 31 and a low of 19. Way to go, Mother Nature. Way to take away the fun for the weekend.
Yeah, what's up Saturday?
Yeah.
31.
Come
on now.
What's up Saturday? You want to go?
Yeah.
Let's fight Saturday.
Meet you out in the parking lot Saturday.
I was going to clean my car.
In sports, David Pastrnak had a 3-point night, and Pavel Zacha scored in overtime to give the Bruins a 4-3 win over the Buffalo Sabres. Boston will host the Minnesota Wild on Saturday at 5 p.m.
I ain't got nothing going on Saturday at 5 p.m.
Now you do.
Now I do. Jaylen Brown scored 31 points and Jason Tatum added 19 with 12 rebounds to lead the Celtics over the Oklahoma City Thunder 119-109. The Celtics will host the Atlanta Hawks tomorrow at 7:30.
It's opening day for the Red Sox. They'll visit the Cincinnati Reds at 4 p.m.
In the NCDC Dineen Cup playoffs, Vitaly Ulyanov's hat trick powered the Lewiston Maniacs past the Connecticut Chiefs North 4-2. The Maniacs sweep the series 3-0 and move on to the next round.
The Maine Nordiques will visit the Philadelphia Rebels tomorrow and Saturday.
And after 15 years and 4 national titles, Central Maine Community College women's basketball coach Andrew Morong is stepping down. According to a Sun Journal interview, Morong said, quote, "I love this program so much. If I can't dedicate the time and energy it needs to continue evolving, then I shouldn't be the coach anymore." He leaves with an incredible 376-55 record and an 87% winning percentage.
That is just amazing.
And he'll be missed, I'm sure.
What a legacy he leaves for the women's basketball program at CM. Big shoes to fill right there.
Yes.
That is your news, weather, and sports. And right now it's time for the podcast segment that is Sweeping the Twin Cities. It's time for famous people birthdays.
They're famous. It's their birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's famous people birthdays.
Let's take a look at FPBs for March the 26th, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
All righty. We're going to start off with Keira Knightley, who is 41 years old today.
Just a baby.
Just a baby. Her breakthrough role came when she played a tomboy footballer in Bend It Like Beckham in 2002. She also co-starred in Love Actually in 2003 and achieved global recognition for playing Elizabeth Swann in the Pirates of the Caribbean film series.
I feel like I remember hearing that she had to have a parent sign off on her being in that movie.
Really?
Because she wasn't 18 yet.
Oh, my goodness.
Right? She was just a baby.
Don't be putting Jennifer Grey in a corner.
No.
She's 66 years old today. You know her as Baby.
Don't put Baby in the corner.
From Dirty Dancing. That came out in 87. She was also in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That came out in 86. Red Dawn, The Cotton Club.
Yeah, you know, the trouble is she went and got her nose done. And after that, her career kind of fell off because she wasn't recognizable anymore.
Yeah.
In the early 2000s, that happened.
It's weird. How about this legend? Martin Short. 76 years old today. What an amazing comedic mind. What an amazing performer. SNL characters, Jiminy Glick.
Oh, which our friend Kevin can do a great imitation of.
Yes. Yes, he's very talented.
Ed Grimley. Oh, I must say. I must say. He was a huge, Ed Grimley played the triangle, remember?
Yes.
And he was a huge fan of Pat Sajak.
Yes.
He was like his Lord and Savior, Pat Sajak.
What about his roles in Three Amigos?
Oh, yeah.
Three Fugitives, Father of the Bride, Captain Ron, Clifford, Mars Attacks. The list goes on.
Oh, Captain Ron.
And now he's starring. And what a partnership with Steve Martin.
Oh, they
right?
are clearly very good friends
Yes.
with one another. Yes. Yeah. I absolutely love Only Murders in the Building.
Yeah.
I love it.
That is the Hulu comedy series he does with Steve and Selena Gomez.
Their chemistry, the three of them, is so perfect.
Yeah.
It's such a great show.
Vicki Lawrence is 77 years old today.
Yeah.
She was on the Carol Burnett Show from 67 to 78, and then had her own series, Mama's Family.
Yeah. So I have been reading Carol Burnett's autobiography, and it fascinated me, her introduction to Vicki Lawrence. Vicki wrote her a letter and was like, I really love you, and I love everything you're doing, and I just really want to be on your show. And so Carol Burnett was pregnant at the time. She found out that Vicki was going to be in some kind of a talent contest or a pageant of some kind, and she just showed up. She just showed up and she watched her and then told her family or someone, hey, go get her. I want to talk to her. And they were like, oh, haha, sure. And that's how she started.
And a career was born.
Yeah.
Wow, what an eye for talent Carol Burnett has.
Yeah, she just took her right under her little wing and made her a star.
Wow, what a partnership.
Yeah.
In 1973, Vicki became a one-hit wonder for singing The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia.
That's a great song.
Which reached #1 on both the U.S. and Canadian charts. Steven Tyler of Aerosmith, one half of the Toxic Twins, is 78 years old today.
Toxic Twins?
Yeah, him and Joe Perry.
Oh, yeah.
They have quite a history.
Okay, yeah.
Walk This Way, Sweet Emotion, Dream On.
Do you have a favorite?
I do. Mine is not as well known. My favorite Aerosmith album is Toys in the Attic, and my favorite Aerosmith song is No More, No More.
Oh, I think you've told me this before.
Yeah. Yeah, love it. I remember having the cassette when I was in high school and just wearing that thing out because, in my opinion, Toys in the Attic is like perfection. Like there's not
Yeah.
a dud. There's no filler on that album.
It's all just hit after hit after hit. Yeah.
Well, not even hits, just great songs.
Just good songs.
Yeah. Stephen was included in Rolling Stone's list of the 100 greatest singers of all time and was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with Aerosmith in 2001.
Have you seen any pictures of him lately?
I don't want to admit that I have, but
He
yes.
just kind of morphed into someone's crazy aunt.
Someone's crazy aunt, yes. He's big with the scarves.
He likes the scarves.
He does. Yeah.
Whatever makes you happy. I'm
right.
fine with it. Whatever makes him happy. I just think it's funny.
And rounding out FPBs for March the 26th is the Queen of Motown, Diana Ross.
Oh my gosh.
82 years old
Wow.
today.
She does a song called Ain't No Mountain High Enough,
Yeah.
which is the anthem of me and my kid. We have a dance we do to
Oh,
it.
man.
It's very embarrassing for him. Like we don't have a dance that we do to it. I have a dance that I do to it for him.
Okay. All right.
And I sign all of my notes and cards and letters to him. Ain't no mountain high enough.
Really?
And I'm gonna have Sully do a tattoo for me. We've already talked about it.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
How does Leo feel about your dance?
I'll tell you a really quick story. So when he was like 11, he went away to a theater camp for the summer, and I went to see the production. He was in the light booth. He was or sound. I can't remember. He was doing one of those two things. And my mom and I and Leo's dad were all sitting in the audience waiting for the show to start, and they were playing music. And that song came on, and I started doing the dance. And my mom goes, "Oh my God, he's up there in that booth looking down at you going, oh, that's my mom." And I was like, "No, he's not. You turn around and you look. He's going, that's my mom." And he totally was.
Oh,
that's my mom.
great. What a great story.
I was like, that kid is not embarrassed by anything I do.
Oh, man.
He loves everything about me. And
How
I
awesome
love
is that?
Everything about him. So, yeah.
Love it.
Yep, he's the first one to follow quietly behind me while I dance through the grocery store.
Pointing at you, that's my mom.
my mom.
Yes.
Don't take her. She's fine.
Some of Diana's other hits include Touch Me in the Morning, Love Hangover, Upside Down, Endless Love. The list goes on. She was named Female Entertainer of the Century
Wow.
by Billboard in 1976 and was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of the Supremes in 1988.
Amazing.
Yeah, she's also won a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award and was a recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow.
What a headliner.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess so.
Those are your FPBs. Now it's time for some OTDs. It happened on this day. It happened on this day. It happened on this day. I mean, speaking of great singers.
Yeah, I know. That guy, huh?
That guy.
He's amazing. 2 years ago in 2024, the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore, Maryland collapsed at 1:28 a.m. after it was struck by the container ship Dolly. 6 people were killed. A replacement bridge was originally expected to cost around $1.8 billion. Now it is expected to cost more than twice that.
The video of that, I think we all saw it on the day it happened, was just surreal. How does that
how did it
how does
happen?
a ship crash
Yeah.
into a bridge?
No, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, pretty wild. 14 years ago in 2012, James Cameron conducted the first manned exploration of the deepest point on Earth, the Challenger Deep, at the southern end of the Mariana Trench. The Challenger Deep is 36,070 feet deep. That's almost 7 miles. By comparison, Mount Everest is 29,026 feet above sea level, which is only about 5.5 miles.
Now you see why I
You
maintain
don't
a
like the ocean.
It's not that I don't like the ocean. I love the ocean. I have a healthy respect for the ocean.
Yes.
We just don't know what's down there.
Yeah. No, we don't.
We just don't.
30 years ago in 1996, Stone Temple Pilots released their third album, Tiny Music, Songs from the Vatican Gift Shop. That's a funny name. Featuring their smash hit, Trippin' on a Hole in a Paper Heart.
Love it.
Oh my gosh, those guys.
STP.
STP. 44 years ago in 1982, groundbreaking ceremonies took place in Washington, D.C. for the Vietnam Veterans Memorial, a pair of 200-foot black granite walls with the names of Americans killed or missing in the war.
My father-in-law got a chance to view that memorial. Yeah, he was on an honor flight and said it was one of the most incredible experiences of his life.
I bet. Yeah. My brother took my son on a couple of road trips during summer breaks when he was like around middle school age, and they took a trip to D.C. and they toured everything there was to see, and they got to visit that too. It's pretty powerful.
Yeah, definitely.
47 years ago in 1979, Magic Johnson in Michigan State defeated Larry Bird in Indiana State. And it began. The score was 75-64, and it was one of the greatest NCAA finals of all time.
And then they went on to rescue the NBA.
That's right. Yeah. The Magic Johnson, he went and he played for who? Los Angeles. And then our little Larry Bird went on and played for, what's that? Oh, Boston Celtics.
Yeah. Greatest rivalry in sport. Now, I will submit this, Sarah. A lot of people are like, what's the best sports city in the country? And it always comes down to New York and Boston
and LA. Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
But I will submit this. The greatest rivalry in basketball is Celtics-Lakers.
Absolutely.
Boston, LA. It's without question.
Yep.
The greatest rivalry in hockey is Boston Bruins, Montreal Canadiens. Without question. Mm-hmm. Greatest rivalry in baseball, Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees.
New York Yankees. So it all comes down to Boston.
There's a common denominator there. You know?
It's Boston.
In football, it's debatable. A lot of people think, Bears-Packers, which I think is probably it because it goes back a long time, decades and decades.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of rivalries in football now that are evolving, but I think, for my money, I think it's Bears-Packers. But yeah, I think for the other three, look at the common denominator and you tell me.
You know who it is.
The best city is.
It's those salty New Englanders. 54 years ago in 1972, David Bowie wrote All the Young Dudes for Mott the Hoople to prevent the band from breaking up.
Great song.
Yeah.
Great song. Yeah. I love stories like that when you have these well-known artists, these famous artists writing for others.
Yeah.
Just like Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
Wrote Hungry Heart for the Ramones.
Yeah.
But it never worked out.
And Because the Night, not Patti Smith, was it?
You are correct. Written by Bruce Springsteen and Patti Smith.
Yeah. I know my Springsteen.
There you go.
62 years ago in 1964, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. met for the first and last time. They were both in Washington, D.C. as the Senate debated the Civil Rights Act of 1964. And 73 years ago, in 1953, Dr. Jonas Salk announced that he had successfully tested a polio vaccine.
Vaccines.
Oh, vaccines.
They were great back in the day, weren't they?
It was neat when we didn't have polio anymore.
It was the best.
That was cool.
Those are your FPBs and OTDs for March the 26th.
Dirigo Federal Credit Union is proud to call Lewiston Auburn home. Whether you're buying a house, saving for the future, or growing your business, we're here for you, right where you live. Visit dirigofcu.com and feel the difference of a credit union that truly knows LA.
Hi, it's Donna Harris from Phoenix No Limits Karate here with your daily safety tip. Use programs like bark.us for kids' devices to keep them safe. Let's all do our best to keep our community safe.
Don't miss the 6th annual Cora Shriners Outdoor Expo at the Cora Shrine Center in Lewiston. It all happens on Saturday, April 11th from 9 to 5 and Sunday, April 12th from 9 to 2. And best of all, admission is free. Check out over 100 incredible carvings from the Maine Woodcarvers Association and vote for your favorite. And don't miss the Bangs for Your Bucks auction on Saturday, a 21-plus event featuring over 25 amazing items, including vacation packages, spa experiences, and more. Get all the details at corashriners.org/events. Well, Sarah, it's a day that I think should be a national holiday, but it's not. It's opening
baseball day.
It's opening day for Major League Baseball and our Boston Red Sox, which kind of it makes me very happy because that means spring is here, baseball season is upon us, and it will be until late October, maybe early November. Who knows? The weather could play a factor. But it's going to be here for a good long while. I'm happy about that. I do have tickets to a few Red Sox games this year. I found this article on how much it costs to attend a Major League Baseball game in 2026 for a family of 4. Now, this includes 1 parking pass, 2 16-ounce beers for mom and dad, 2 20-ounce sodas, and 4 hot dogs. And that's it. That's your tickets, and that's all the extras.
All of it?
Yep.
And it costs...
The most expensive, the Los Angeles Dodgers, $413 for a family of 4 to get the basics to go to a ball game. Number 2, our Boston Red Sox, $373. The cheapest is the Miami Marlins, who are barely a major league team. That's $159. That's not bad. $40 a person. And then you get the Cincinnati Reds at $164.
Wow.
So you expect the big markets to be up there. One of the things I found interesting about it is the Athletics, who currently do not have a home. They're playing in a AAA park in Sacramento. They are the 3rd most expensive.
The A's?
Yes, the A's. The 3rd most expensive in Major League Baseball at $324.
What?
Yeah. And I do not see the New York Yankees in the top 5. The Yankees are 11th at $223.
Wow.
Kind of blows my mind. So I wanted to pass that information along to anyone looking to go to a Sox game this year. If you're going to bring the kids, expect to shell out a few bucks.
Yeah. You know, the thing with Boston is the freaking parking.
The parking's insane. So for the first time this year, Sherry and I are taking the Downeaster to Boston.
Yeah.
I've always driven.
Yep.
So North Station, where the Downeaster drops you off, is 3 miles from
Right at
Fenway
Kenmore.
Park.
Yeah.
And we're like, if it's a nice day, we'll walk. We're going to arrive at like 10:30. So we'll just walk to Fenway Park. If it's not a nice day, we'll take the T. Call it good.
I think I've told you this before, but that was my T stop when I lived in Boston, when I finally had a place to live in Boston. It was the Kenmore stop, and you could go up onto the roof of our building, and you could see into Fenway Park.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
We're going to have to do a separate podcast about your Boston days. 'Cause I think I've heard tidbits here and there.
Yeah.
Sounds really interesting.
It was fine.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, it is interesting.
Didn't you pet sit for someone in Boston?
I took care of a turtle. Yeah, Lester the turtle. That's how I finally found a place to live in Boston. Until then, I was sleeping outside and on couches. And this is how I met that person. I had gotten a job. I had secured a job at the Boston Public Library at the main branch. And there was a photographer he was trying to get the largest nude photo on record. And so he had like 100 nude people on the steps of the Boston Public Library trying to get this photo. And I met this guy who was there for the photo after when I was on my way to work. And and that's how I met Alex.
Was he still nude when you met
No,
him?
when we started, no, he was dressed. He was clothed.
Okay.
I asked him, I was like, what is going on here? And he was like, oh, we're doing this. And I was like, oh, interesting. And he was like, I'm Alex. And then we became friends.
It's like, I'm Alex, and my eyes are up here.
I know, he was dressed.
Oh, yeah,
He
sorry.
was clothed.
Forgot that. When the legend and the truth collide,
I know.
with the legend, Sarah.
Okay. It's totally nude, standing in the middle of Boston. He was also so tall. He was like 6'5".
Wow.
He was super tall. That kind of secures that myth that when you want to know what's going on, the most people say all the time, you always ask the tallest person because they seem to know what's happening. I don't know if it's because we can see stuff.
Probably. You have a better vantage point than everyone else.
I was like, that guy will know what's happening.
Yeah. Look at him.
And I'm going to ask him.
Guy's a skyscraper.
He's tall. It didn't hurt that he was very handsome.
It's the most Sarah story I've ever heard.
Yep, turtle named Lester. Whether you want a sit-down meal or a grab-and-go, Pat's Pizza in Auburn offers delicious sandwiches, pasta, salads, and pizza at family-friendly prices. Pat's Pizza, serving the L.A. area since 1985. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 85 Center Street in Auburn. Online at patsauburn.com.
You are doing your Equinox Detox.
I am.
What's that all about?
So it's sort of a Sara thing, but it's also in Ayurveda, which is an Indian ideology about going with the seasons and like that sort of thing. The equinox is a good time to try to break bad habits or to change patterns. And so I am not having sugar, and I'm not having fried food, and I'm not having alcohol or caffeine for the next, I had said 30 days, but then I was just looking to get until I was feeling more like ready for summer. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like just a clearer head, better decision making, and just feeling more healthy. And so I've only been Equinox Detox because I started on the spring equinox. But I feel like I'm getting better sleep, which is good. And I feel a lot more focused. Like I don't have like I have ADHD anyway, but it's not as bad. Like without the caffeine and the sugar, it's really just not as bad. Like I can really dial down and focus on things. And so this is not my first time doing it. I've done it a couple of years now, and I always have really good results from it. So it's great. I mean, if you're trying to break a pattern, spring is the time of renewal. So now is the time to try to do it or habit, you know.
Do you normally do it for 30 days?
I normally do it. I set a goal of 30 days, but I do it until I feel good.
Gotcha.
Like it does. I don't.
Then you're like, time to hit the booze again.
No. I actually, in the past, I have gone longer. There's been times when I've just been like, I'll just go a little bit longer. Like I maybe wasn't feeling as good as I thought I would, and I thought maybe if I just kept going, and it was right. Like I just needed a reset. So yeah,
okay.
I don't, and you don't really miss. I'm not a heavy drinker anyway, and I usually only have like a cup of coffee a day. But in the afternoon, I've been drinking caffeinated soda, and then of course like it's afternoon, and so my sleep is off, and then I just don't feel great. So I thought, take out the caffeine, and why not the rest of it?
Right.
You'll feel better.
Now, when you decide to end your Equinox Detox, do you binge? Or
No.
do you slowly get back into it?
No, I don't. I don't even sometimes get back into it at all. Like fried food sort of slipped in with the person I live with. With him, I'm out. I do a lot more late nights and stuff like that. And so there's a lot of, let's just grab chicken wings, or we'll just get a plate of fries or whatever. And I never would do that before because I would always be home and tucked into bed by 9:00. And now, that's another part of it is like trying to get to bed by 9 every day.
Right. Is the person you live with on board and supportive?
No, not at all. No, not at all.
Is he supportive?
Yes.
Okay,
As
that
in the ways that he can be. Yes. He finished a pie for me in quotations yesterday because I made a key lime pie over the weekend, and he was like, "Well, I don't want you to want to eat it because there's no one around. It's just me and him." And there was like 2 small slices left. He's like, "I'll just eat it for you."
What a guy.
I was like, "You can eat it, but don't say that you're doing it for me because that just makes me feel bad. And you were going to do it anyway."
What a saint.
Yeah, so I'm making sugar-free banana pudding and last night after dinner for myself because I was like, I want something, kind of sweet, and I could chop up some bananas and throw it in there and have a little sugar-free whipped cream or whatever. And he's like, "Ugh, banana? It's not for you."
Wow.
It's not for you. It's for me.
Does the person you live with consider fruit snacks to be fruit?
I don't know.
Like a serving of fruit?
I don't know.
My dad, back in the day, would give my kids Orange Crush soda. And he would say, "It's good for you. It has a picture of an orange on the can."
Fruit.
It's like a serving of fruit. That's what I grew up with.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I saw the light.
Yeah. He is one of those people who, whatever I'm making, he will eat it. So there's no, as far as like, we're having more vegetables, but he got home after I did and I'd already eaten. He got home. I had made, you're going to laugh at me. I made a Big Mac in a bowl. So I made quinoa, and then I cooked ground turkey with low-fat cheddar cheese, and I put it on the quinoa, and then I filled the bowl with lettuce and onions and pickles and sesame seeds, and I have this Primal Kitchen Big Mac sauce that's made without sugar or anything, and so it's just like a Big Mac in a bowl, but without the bread and the fat and all that garbage and stuff. And I filled my bowl right up with lettuce because for me it was more like a salad. And he got home and he's like, what do I do? And I told him how to build it. And I was like, okay, now lettuce. And he went and he got like 4 leaves of lettuce. And I had like washed and laid out like a whole towel full of lettuce. And I was like, hey, more lettuce.
That's how this works.
More vegetables.
Yeah. Why would I laugh at you for that? That sounds delicious.
It was delicious. I do egg roll in a bowl, and I do that's the first time I've done Big Mac in a bowl, but it was really, really
Sounds
good.
awesome.
It was really good.
I'm big on the salads too.
Yeah.
I would take way more than 4 leaves of lettuce.
Yes, yeah. It's kind of like a warm salad, but it's delicious. It was really, really good. So he will eat whatever. Sometimes he just has to be coached into what's the food pyramid is a little skewed in his mind as to what should be at the top.
The food pyramid looks like a piece of key lime pie with a chicken tender on top of it.
It's upside down. Yeah.
It's upside down.
It's upside down. Yeah. But he tries. He really does try. He's done the no alcohol thing in January, like many people do. But yeah, he's not doing any of the things that I'm doing right now. He is not Equinox detoxing.
All right, but he tries.
He does try.
Kind of.
Uncle Andy's Digest is turning 30, and you're invited to celebrate with us. Join us Friday, May 22nd from 6 to 10 p.m. at the Hilton Garden Inn Auburn Riverwatch for a night of celebration. For 3 decades, Uncle Andy's Digest has been Central Maine's community-focused monthly advertising publication, connecting local businesses with loyal readers. Enjoy 90s music from Palo Entertainment, hors d'oeuvres, a cash bar, in recognition of our longest-running advertisers, and much more. Find all the details in the latest issue of Uncle Andy's and on Facebook. We can't wait to see you there.
How excited are you for Murder at the Marquee?
Oh my gosh.
Let's plug that because it's tomorrow.
It is tomorrow, and did I have a chance to tell you what happened to my character?
No.
Crispy Bacon has been written out of the show.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. So if you go back and you listen to a previous episode with Greg Simpson, you'll hear me talking about Crispy Bacon. She isn't going to be there because unfortunately we had one of our cast members had a death in their family and they won't be able to be part of our cast. And so roles have been switched around.
Oh my goodness. The week of the show?
The week of the show, the day that we went into the Franco to practice blocking was when I found out that I would now be playing Ophelia Pulse. So
how do the roles compare?
Oh, they're complete opposites. They're total different ends of the spectrum. So Crispy Bacon is this nerdy kind of wannabe, following everybody around, kind of, like just the silliest person. And Ophelia is a former adult film star who is trying to get into legitimate Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
At any means possible.
All right.
If you catch my drift. Wink, wink.
I do.
So she is a very different character, very different costume, which is a bummer because I had a really cute costume for Crispy Bacon. But, Ophelia will be the seductress that she is.
Yeah,
and
that's showbiz, baby.
Yeah. We'll all roll on with our parts and it'll be fine. It'll be a lot of fun. But the closer we get to the show, the more excited I am about it because it's a very interactive audience participation. Mm-hmm. It's an award ceremony. And so members of our audience will be part of the cast and they'll receive an award. And it's going to be a lot of fun. At the Franco, and I think we have 70 something tickets available, and I believe the last time I checked we were close to 60. So there really weren't that many left.
Yeah.
If you wanted to see the show, you gotta jump on that to get those tickets.
And once again, folks, that is happening tomorrow, Friday, March 27th at the Franco Center, 46 Cedar Street in Lewiston, and you could go home with an award.
Yeah, there'll be a cash bar, and there's yummy foods, desserts, and if you don't want to interact, it's okay. We won't make you. Yeah. You can just come and enjoy the show too. But we like it if you want to be part of it, and if you dress up, even more points for you. It is a Hollywood award ceremony after all. You could take that gown out of the closet that you haven't worn since forever and be part of the show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that gown you have in your closet, Mark.
A couple of them, actually. I'll have to try them on, see if they still fit.
Yeah. Do it.
You can get your tickets at francocenter.org. You can also call 689-2000, and they will be available at the door if it doesn't sell out before then. So get them in advance is what I'm saying.
Please do.
Plus, they're $5 more at the door.
Yep. You'll want to get them in advance.
Yeah, get them in advance. Go support local theater and the Franco Center. Wishing you a full house, girl, and a great stellar performance.
Yeah. It's going to be fun.
It will.
I got to learn some lines.
Time is of the essence. It's running out. Thanks to Ruper's Beverage and Redemption and DeBlois Electric for sponsoring today's episode. And if you would like to be part of the Lydia's Lunch Bunch advertising family, reach out to Pam Ashby via email at pam@lydiamediallc.com.
Have a great day. And remember, don't bite your cat. And I will say I have bitten my cat.